Hey everybody. Well, if you're coming in here, you're actually seeing my cane in the background of me because I'm sitting on the sofa today rather than the chair. Because sitting in the chair sometimes hurts my leg a little. So yay. Um, and having an extension cord, I can sit over here and then reposition my camera a little different. Hey Jeffrey. Ooh, where's the wrench? I gave you a wrench. Now the wrench isn't there. I'm going to have to give it back. I don't know why they took your wrench away, but I'll make sure you get it back. But I did give it to you. That's weird, right? Thank you for the thumbs up, and I'll make sure you get your wrench back. YouTube must have took it away. Thank you for my second viewer. Yeah, right? And my second thumbs up. Now, we're in here for health talk, and thank you for 4 viewers on here. Now, I know I had been doing my health talk a little late, and maybe some people were really busy. Hey, big dog, you and Jeff are in here. So you two can bark at people. My big dog jokes, but hey, if you see anything wrong, at least, I don't know what's up with that. They took Jeff's wrench away, big dog, but they let you keep yours. I don't understand that, but I'll make sure Jeff gets his back. Hey, Shannon, or Sharon. Oh my gosh, sorry, brain fart. Oh, I am. Actually, my back feels a lot better after wearing my corset. I've been doing a lot of stretches. I did 30 incline push-ups today, which really helped my back. Incline push-ups. Waiting for the Keurig to make my coffee. The counter is right there, and I did 30 incline push-ups while waiting for my coffee. You burnt your hand on a 400-degree grease split. Oh, are you okay, big dog? Are you okay? Because trust me, I have a burn like right here. I know you guys can't see it, but I actually have a burn right here on my wrist from somebody scaring me from when I was taking a lasagna out of an oven, and my arm went up inside of a hot oven, and I have a scar there now, and then I put the lasagna back in the oven. So yeah. You may have sciatica. Sciatica can give you a muscle spasm. I mean, I have the epilepsy. That's bad enough. Yes, like let's say some of these things that I cook. Now, if you've gone back and looked at the videos that I've done for cooking, you'll find that there's actually a lot of nutrition that goes into the food that I cook. Thank you. You know what? That I don't know why he retracted his message. Whatever. But hi. Volunteering duties to bless. Oh, you're volunteering somewhere. Oh, that's cool, Jessica. Hey, Kelly. I'm glad to see everybody that, can try to show up or pop in for a moment. So it's like I said, I would do the health talk today. And like I said, I have thyroid disorder. And this is what I was explaining in yesterday's video. And a lot of people have other, autoimmune disorders. Are you? I'll make sure that I check that out. Now, your thyroid can also make your voice crack, which happens to me every once in a while when I know this side of my thyroid is a little swollen, which it has been lately, and that's why you'll usually see like this is a little puppy. It is, this side is a little puppy because it's swollen. Here's what a lot of doctors will not tell you. The little growth that happens on your thyroid, and I know you're going to pay attention to this, Jeff, please do, can turn into cancer. How do I treat it? Well, I take Synthroid, or the generic version is called levothyroxine. Now, I used to be hypothyroid, which means your thyroid was dead. It doesn't synchronize with your pituitary gland. What helps to factor in to re-stimulate it is the Synthroid and what are you eating? What are you putting in your body? I totally switched my diet. I don't like to go out to eat unless I know that it's something extremely healthy. I have food allergies, so I avoid bread. The thyroid can give you mood swings. You can get misdiagnosed with something like bipolar disorder. I was never misdiagnosed with bipolar disorder, but a lot of people are misdiagnosed and it's actually their thyroid. You could sit there and cry for no reason. It doesn't have to be a woman. It could be a man. You're sitting there and you're just bawling your eyes out and you have no idea why. The thyroid and that pituitary gland. Okay. Avocados are very healthy. I love fresh avocados. They are very healthy. And using that, along with fresh garlic, clove, and tomatoes, make your own guacamole. Put some fresh lemon juice in there with it. Yes, put it in a food processor. Make the fresh guac. That is so amazing. And then it's like making your own fresh hummus. Making it fresh is a lot healthier. Okay, let's say, take for instance, the other day I took chicken apple sausage. Follow how I'm saying this. This is exactly the order of how you cook it. Chicken apple sausage, cut it up. Spray the skillet. I don't use oil through this whole process at all. Cut up chicken apple sausage in the skillet. Let that cook. No salt. Not even in the butter because I have two hearts. Now, once that's, cooking, because sometimes I'll use liquid smoke, hickory and mesquite. And it has to be the stubs because that's the better one. It is, and I will recommend it. Not a sponsor, but it's the best. You only use like 3 little capfuls, but it's not high in sodium. Hey, how you doing, Chrissy? Glad you actually made it to a live stream again. Thank you. So like I said, getting back to this recipe is, cooking that chicken apple sausage, and you're not putting in any oil. And then when I put in the potatoes, I put water in there. I'm steaming the potatoes. No oil, which means there's no extra fat. And then when they're fork tender, I add in the fresh chopped asparagus. Now, if you don't like asparagus, you don't have to eat it. But on top of that, I put in freshly cut scallions and chives and garlic with 2 pats of unsalted butter. Now, it has to be the real stuff because you don't want margarine, because that's just not good for your body. And when all of that is cooked, and if you don't like mushrooms, you don't have to add the mushrooms, but I like mushrooms, so I'll get the white button mushrooms. Sometimes I get the portobello. So I had the white button mushrooms. I cut those up. I tossed those in there too, let that cook up. And then when it came down to it, make a little center part in the middle, kind of scoot everything aside, center part in the middle. 2 more pats of unsalted. Now remember, unsalted. Think about your health. Let that melt down a little bit and hit it with some balsamic vinegar. Count it like 1, 2, 3. 3 hits of balsamic vinegar. Stir everything into it. Put the lid on that for at least 2 to 3 minutes, if not 5, on a medium-low heat. And when that is finished, and you put that on your plate, and yes, it is restaurant style. See, this is the thing. I deal with pain every day. I am missing part of my spine. I shouldn't be able to walk. I really shouldn't. I'm going to tell you that right now. Sharon, I shouldn't be able to walk. I have fibromyalgia that can be very crippling. But I get up. I get up every day and motivate myself every day. I'm almost to my mark of being out of my wheelchair for 9 years that I was in for 5. Now, I could sneeze wrong and my back can just go, and I could be on the ground and back in a wheelchair on a given day. But I'm motivating myself to get back up and keep moving. Keep moving. Go forward. Keep moving. Think about that. I woke up today, went into the kitchen. Okay, look. See that? See that? That's from doing incline push-ups. Got to do that. Keep your shoulders and your arms strong. And it's not stretch arms strong. This is keeping your arms strong. Keeping yourself strong on a daily basis, whether it's physically, mentally, or in your inside. You have to keep yourself going that way. You're very welcome. I mean, basically, I mean, even with my epilepsy, with as many seizures as I've had, the first 6 I had in one day, I died 3 times that day. I shouldn't have been alive. The doctor apparently had to jump up on the gurney and just pound me right in the chest with his fist. All I remember is the bright place with people that I knew and people that I didn't know. That's all I remember from that. And just when I came to was, and, but should I be alive? I would, here I am. Is this some motivation for you? That's up to you. What I do know is you have to take care of your health. Question: when you go to your doctor, make sure that they checked your levels. Okay? Like I said, I have a friend that has, or had, I'm going to put this in past tense because she no longer has plaque psoriasis. Okay, had plaque psoriasis. And this is another thing with a friend that had eczema. Okay, the one with plaque psoriasis I discovered had a wheat allergy. Got her to stop eating wheat. Boom. Plaque psoriasis went away. The person with eczema, I got him to stop eating the crappy food. Boom. The skin cleared up. If you knew, and I've been in a flour mill, if you knew how, and I appreciate the 5 thumbs up, thank you guys, how they process wheat to bleach it to make white flour, you would never touch it again. Because I've seen how they do it. You would never touch it again. I was offered a sample and I said no thank you. I would never touch white flour ever again a day in my life. I have wheat allergies as it is. I can't even touch whole wheat. Red dye number 5, if you're a thyroid patient, is one of the worst things you could ever eat and or drink. A lot of kids are misdiagnosed as being ADD or ADHD. To me, this is kind of made up. Kids are kids. Kids will run around. I've been around hyperactive kids. Gave one a cup of coffee. Boom. Calm the kid down. Coffee is a natural stimulant to calm down the neurons in the brain. Okay, see you later. Everybody say bye to Sharon. But, okay. The thing is, and I appreciate the 6 thumbs up. The thing is, a lot of people do not think. Hi, Charlene. How are you doing? And at least people here won't think you're the wrong person. And we can laugh about that now, right? We can laugh that off. Oh. Anyway, I can catch you up on what we were just talking about. We were talking about thyroid health because I'm a thyroid patient myself. The fact that I have epilepsy, I have fibromyalgia. My diet works for everything that I have. Okay. My diet also stimulates, especially using balsamic vinegar helps to stimulate the thyroid and the pituitary gland, keep it in sync. Because the thyroid can also make you gain weight. This is the other thing I'm getting into here, how the thyroid shifts your weight. And also we've already talked about how the thyroid and pituitary gland can also make you have mood swings. True. And how people have been misdiagnosed with things. You know, personally, I was misdiagnosed with sleep apnea. Sorry about that. I was misdiagnosed with sleep apnea 1 year. The machine overinflated my lungs, so I just plain stopped using it, called the company, said, come get your machine. I obviously don't have sleep apnea. It hurts my lungs. And they're like, are you sure? And I'm like, just come get your stupid machine. It's hurting my lungs. Doctors misdiagnose some people so that the pharmaceutical companies make money. So that the pharmaceutical companies make money and get paid. By the way, that's in sign language. This is how you say pay in sign language. I know little sign language. And yeah, it is crazy that I was misdiagnosed 1 year with sleep apnea. But, you know, but if a doctor blatantly tells you that you have thyroid disorder, which, by the way, is not a disease, it's an autoimmune disorder. It's not a disease, it's a disorder. A disease is cancer. Cancer is a disease. AIDS is a disease. Okay. When your thyroid isn't working right, that's an autoimmune disorder. Much like lupus and fibromyalgia. It's an autoimmune disorder. It just means something is not functioning correctly. And the thyroid can also cause you to have problems with your pancreas, which can cause you to have either borderline diabetes, be diabetic, or be hypoglycemic. I've had diabetes, I've had borderline diabetes, and I've been hypoglycemic. All due to my thyroid. But all 3 times, I've corrected my diet. Just for the diabetic and the hypoglycemic aspects. And it corrected it. It corrected it. I'll turn on a light in a minute because it's getting dark outside. But the whole thing is, when these doctors tell you something, make sure that, especially for your thyroid, you ask them to check your T3 your T4, and your T6 levels. And you tell them that you want to know if those particular levels are either too high or too low. Hey, how you doing, Stone Kingdom? And thank you for the 7 thumbs up. And now, the reason that I say to do that is because if those levels are off just slightly, is the reason why you're having issues with your body in the first place. That thyroid disorder may have been dormant for a very long time, and then all of a sudden, boom, when you hit a certain age, it kicked in. When your diet was, you started to eat a certain diet, your thyroid was like, nope, at that age. Kids could have it and you don't even know it because doctors do not check children for thyroid disorder and they misdiagnose them with behavioral problems because they don't like to check children for, thank you, it is true, for thyroid disorder, and get your kids checked for thyroid disorder instead of putting them on Ritalin or any of those other things, because, and I'm going to tell you this, and this is actually clinically true, because I have a friend that is a psychologist and a physician. Those medications that you give to your kids for ADHD or ADD actually shrinks their brain by 10%. Now that you know this knowledge, go get your children's thyroids checked. Make sure that you keep them away from red dye number 5. Exactly. I mean, you're getting all this information right here. There are plenty of things that you really have to think of. Red dye number 5 is, and I used to eat M&Ms. Don't get me wrong, I did used to eat them. Skittles, red dye number 5 is that red Skittle, okay? Red dye number 5 is that red M&M. Red dye number 5 is in a lot of sodas. Read your labels. Read your labels. Red dye number 5 is in a lot of food. You just really have to read your labels. Read those cans of SpaghettiOs. Read those cans of raviolis. Red dye number 5 is there. There are a lot of things that you can literally make in a food processor. Exactly. There are a lot of kids that actually get really sick from these foods with red dye number 5 in it, but that's what's actually wrong. It's the red dye number 5 mixed with all the other unnatural. This is why you see these packaging saying natural and some, non-natural flavored or colored thing in your food, okay, because it's some chemical thing, and that's what's wrong. That is exactly what's wrong. Let me turn on the light real quick. I'll be right back. I gotta turn on the light. It's gonna get dark in here if I don't. I'm just slowly moving you back. Yeah. So. And I've lost a lot of weight from my diet. Sorry if you guys heard my knee crack too. Okay, wait. gotta read that comment. Exactly, you can. You can absolutely Google the Georgia guidelines, and they use these things. Now, I will tell you, and sorry for smacking my lips, my hand, and I know my epilepsy is probably going to trigger tonight. See, and this is why I say this is why I do health talk sometimes, because it's very important. Very important. My hand released today while I was cooking my dinner, and it shouldn't have released, but it's a sign of my epilepsy. And I accidentally dropped some of my very fantabulous food, and I didn't want that to happen. And also, salt is a preservative. If you've ever seen those very expensive steakhouses, like those New York steakhouses that preserve the steaks in there, the aged beef, how do you think they age that beef? They have these big salt bricks. Okay, Stone Kingdom. See you later. Love you too. But think about that. These New York steakhouses get these salt bricks, and they put them all in one room, probably about the size of the room that I'm in, which is about the size of a living room. Yeah, I would say it's the size of a either a family room or a living room. And so they have salt bricks in that one room, and it's a walk-in, and they have all this aged beef, and it's like aged for so many years, but it hasn't gone rotten. Why? It's the salt. It's the salt, but think about what that does to your intestines. Unless, of course, you actually have a salt deficiency in your body. If you have a sodium deficiency, that's completely different. But if you don't have a sodium deficiency in your body, you can actually be hurting yourself. You can also actually be burning your taste buds. If your tongue is that clean, your taste buds are fine. But if your tongue is all cracked, see, my tongue is not cracked. If your tongue is cracked and is discolored, you need to get, you need to cleanse your body. Now, I've done it before by, okay, I have my cup of coffee in the morning, and my beverage for the rest of the day is just water. Just water. Now, let me tell you something. You do that for at least 2 or 3 months, you can shed a lot of weight. You're actually pissing out a lot of impure, a lot of just crap out of your body. A lot of toxins is what I should say. You're actually taking a lot of toxins out of your body and flushing out the toxins. And that's good help for the body. And your body will thank you for it. I see a lot of people going to the grocery store. They're just stockpiling boxes of soda. They're stockpiling boxes of tea. They're stockpiling boxes of this and, processed and processed. And it makes me feel sad. It makes me feel really sad. They look at my basket and they see fruit, they see vegetables, they see meat, they see yogurt. I mean, they'll see coffee, they'll see coffee creamer, but I stopped using the raw sugar anymore because I'm back to my liquid coffee creamer. Now, if you're using powdered coffee creamer on a Bailey, brain fart village right there, on a daily basis, you're actually adding processed stuff to your intestines. You don't want to do that. That's like eating microwaved food on a daily basis. If you have to nuke a frozen dinner, now I've had to do this before and it made me severely sick. If you nuke food and eat that every day, frozen food every day, like a microwave dinner every day, can physically make you sick if you are eating that every day. Now, if you want to make your lupus feel better or your fibromyalgia feel better, like I said, don't eat the Oprah diet. Fuck Oprah. And the fad crap of her saying, every time I say fuck Oprah, people leave. I don't really care. But put down the bread. Put down the bread. If you want to get rid of the plaque psoriasis, you have to put down the wheat products. If you want to help with the cancer, you have to put down anything with the gluten, and you have to put down red meat. You have to put down anything that has sugar in it, because that will feed the cancer. And don't have anything with aspartame. My God, no. That will destroy your pancreas. I mean, I know diabetics do, but your pancreas, oh my God, I know a seizure is coming on tonight. Your pancreas is literally looking for that natural sugar, unless you're a full-on diabetic that has to have the insulin, and then that's completely different. That regulates the pancreas. A lot of people don't know this. I do. I've lived with diabetics or lived around diabetics, so that I already know this. I used to take care of a kid that had diabetes. I used to babysit. So I'm going to explain to you. When I lived in Navy housing in Norfolk, Virginia, I babysat a kid that had diabetes, and she would give herself her shots. And I was like, oh. But she regulated her own meals. But it's very, very important that no matter what you have wrong with you, like I said, with myself, my spinal injury, I have arthritis, I have fibromyalgia, I have epilepsy. Oh my gosh, it's like the list of things. So yeah, I do get chronic headaches every day. The thyroid disorder, So yes, I do regulate my diet. I was thinking about pulling out this old picture of me and showing it to you guys. I used to weigh, and I don't anymore, obviously. I used to weigh close to 260 pounds. You guys are probably thinking, like, what? It don't look like it now. Absolutely not. And you know why? I took care of my thyroid. I took care of my thyroid health. Got it under control. My ex-husband used to hide my thyroid pills to control me and keep me fat. He's an asshole now. He's getting his own karma. So I'm not going to go into that. Now, what I would do to control my thyroid was when I would go to the pharmacy, I would literally hide my pills from him so I could regulate my thyroid. Then one day, I'm out just shooting hoops while the kids are at school, and then all of a sudden, my big old pants just fell off on the basketball court. And so I'm pulling my pants back up, going back in the apartment and saying, hey, wake up. He was abusive to me, but hey, I woke him up. I'm like, wake up. Like, he's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, my pants are too big, they fell off. Like, well, what do you want me to do about it? And I'm like, I need new clothes. He's like, great, I have to spend money on you. He wanted me fat so that I had to keep wearing men's clothing. So that I had to keep wearing the same size as him. And that wasn't right. So when my weight started to drop left and right, left and right, left and right, he got pissy. Just no. He just didn't want that. That I was feeling better. That my health was better. And I kept hiding my medicine to better my health so that I could keep living. So that I could keep living. Now, I would question my doctors because I had one doctor, and I have this in my medical record. And some doctors will say, well, I don't believe you're taking your medication. Here's the thing. Everybody's immune system is different. Not everybody's a cookie cutter. Plain Jane cookie cutter. Okay, not everybody is a plain Jane cookie cutter. The immune system will absorb medication different for everybody. For one person, it may take a couple of weeks to a month to absorb a medication. For another person, it may take 2 to 3 months. For another person, it may take 6 months to a year to absorb a medication fully in order for it to kick in. I had one doctor to say, I don't believe you're really taking your medication. And I'm like, yeah, well, I don't really believe you're a doctor either. Because obviously you don't understand the anatomy of the human body and how it really works with the immune system. She's like, what do you mean? I'm like, hey, you're just a freaking idiot. Obviously, you have no clue about the thyroid. You have no clue about the immune system. You have no clue about how the human body absorbs medication for different people. She's like, well, and she was a total bitch, and I just started walking out of that appointment, and she's like, well, where do you think you're going? And I'm like, obviously you're fired. So I fired her from being my doctor, and on my way out of that office, and I said it loud enough so that she would be embarrassed. that I would never recommend her because she was a quack. Had no clue what she was talking about. And then if anybody was going in there to see her, please cancel your damn appointment because she was quackadoo and had no clue what she was talking about. And on my way out into the parking lot came a lawyer asking about, does this doctor practice here? And I'm like, yes, and I hope somebody is suing her for malpractice. And he's like, well, that is why I'm here. And I'm like, yes, she's right in there. I just fired her as my doctor. He's like, why? And I told him. He's like, great. So you see, question your doctors. They don't always know everything. I've been through it. Like, I had one doctor that used to eat Subway foot-long meatball subs every day with like cheese all over it, like cheese underneath, like I think it was provolone or cheddar or something like that. I don't know. It was gross. And then he had him put parm on the top. Sorry, I'm not going to talk about it. It's gross. And then 2 small bags of potato chips and the largest soda he could get, and he was drinking a diet soda with it. Like, and he called me fat. Are you freaking kidding me? No. He weighed over 300 pounds. And he called me fat? Where? I was walking 10 miles a day before I got in my wheelchair. I was walking 10 miles a day before that accident that put me in a wheelchair for 5 years. And I had a doctor calling me fat when I was only weighing maybe like, what was it? 142 pounds. And 142 pounds is not fat for somebody that's 5'8". That's too skinny for somebody that's 5'8". The modeling agency thought it was great when I first went and lived in Philly. And I didn't have any tattoos at the time, but for a doctor to call me fat at weighing that, like, yeah. Hey, big dog, glad you're back. We're still doing health talk. Well, you're not the bad guy, you're just back. We can laugh about that. Anyway, but yeah, we're still doing health talk. So it's like, I was just explaining how I did have one doctor that was a total wackadoo. And how, so I'll just catch up on this part. I had one doctor that was a total wackadoo and didn't understand human anatomy and how the body absorbs medication, opposed to other people's bodies and how long it actually takes, because this is true. Everybody's immune system is completely different. It's a total human anatomy science thing, and it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure it out. Okay, now, and that's why I say, you know, sometimes you have to question your doctor. And this is actually true. And like I was saying, you know, like people that have certain autoimmune disorders, like I said, the thyroid is not a disease. That's a disorder like lupus and fibromyalgia. And myself having fibromyalgia along with thyroid disorder, you know, is an autoimmune disorder. And when that thyroid doesn't function with your pituitary gland, it just sets everything off wrong. And, you know, you got to correct that and try to get everything back in order. So, like I was saying, you know, you got to treat your body right. You got to like clean up the diet. I know that may be hard for a little while, but once you get used to it, your body actually thanks you for it. And in the long run, like, I'm 44 years old. And a lot of people don't think I'm 44. How many 44-year-old women out there do you know that, okay, they should be all wrinkled, perhaps? I don't know. I don't like to drink. I gave up smoking like what year? Oh my God, that's been so long. Okay, I don't smoke anymore. I gave that up a long time ago. So yeah, I don't do that. I don't eat bread because I have a wheat allergy. Every time I say the Oprah thing, people eat. But no, see, personal life. I'm gonna laugh about it. But if you have wheat allergies, or if you know that you have lupus, or you know you have fibromyalgia, leave the bread alone, please. Leave anything with wheat alone. Let me tell you, have healthier options out there. You really do have healthier options out there. You can make any vegetable into pasta. And that's a healthier choice. It really is. It's a healthier choice for you. You don't need to go out and buy potato chips. You can make them at home. And then you know what's really on them. I made sweet potato chips. My goodness, those were fantabulous. And I'm going to use the word fantabulous because, oh my goodness. So you can make all of these homemade, vitamin enriched, iron enriched, because every once in a while I will also be anemic. I'm brain farting today, sorry. Anemic because of your thyroid. And a lot of people won't think about that either. Your thyroid can cause you to have anemia. And how do you get that kicked back so that you don't have anemia? Your diet. Instead of pills, diet. Put down that little red pill they give you. Do you want the blue pill or the red pill? You don't want either of those pills for your iron. Diet for anemia. And I'm being serious. And I know a lot of people don't like Brussels sprouts. Brussels sprouts are actually a cabbage. You can just get the Brussels sprouts, shred them, and make a salad. It's good that way. Make a shredded Brussels sprout salad. And I've ate it before. It's delicious. Put a couple of hard-boiled eggs sliced up with that. That's your protein. That is your protein. Okay. Some sunflower seeds. If you don't have diverticulitis, which is another autoimmune disease, or not disease, disorder, but that's when you can't have anything with the seed. And it gets stuck in your intestines, and it can cause you to have inflammation. So if you don't have diverticulitis, and you can have that, or you can put a pumpkin seed or something yummy on there like that. And because I like putting sunflower seeds on my salads, because again, you have nutrition, you have the nutritional values. right there. You have the fiber values out of there. You put a little bit of tomato on there. You have some like shredded carrot. Put beets with it. Trust me, I love beets. A lot of people don't think about some of these just raw vegetables and how you can eat them. But there are different ways that you can eat your foods and help boost your immune system. And you don't need these processed salad dressings in a bottle or in a jar, however you buy it. I don't even do that. I put a little balsamic vinegar on my salads and eat it. I even do that to my pasta. Sometimes I'll just make my brown butter balsamic sauce and just put it over my pasta. Or I'll make one of my homemade cream sauces and put it over, like, I don't use a wheat pasta. I'll just like substitute that out with vegetables and then put a cream sauce over it that I've already made. But at least I know what's in it. At least I know what's in it. I'm controlling that for my diet. I'm controlling it for my thyroid. I'm controlling it for my pituitary gland. I'm controlling it for my fibromyalgia. And for my epilepsy. And for everything else, my arthritis. With arthritis, you can absolutely get gout. There's a lot of things that people don't think about with fish. The omega-3s actually really help with a lot of things, like your skin, your hair. I mean, eat fish, people. Eat fish. Trust me. Salmon is awesome. I can't eat ground beef, so that's why you see that episode of the chicken meatloaf. Try the chicken meatloaf. It's a lot healthier. It's lighter. The texture is great. Yes, there is oatmeal in it. This is the oats. It's not the instant stuff. It's the stuff that you buy in the large container, that large round container. Put that in there. Put it in there with, the cornmeal. It has a sweet but savory, but at the same time, it's healthy. You can get your kids to eat that, and they would never know that it's much healthier for them. Okay, I got my friend's kid to eat asparagus. And she doesn't like asparagus. Okay, she does now. And I got her to eat potatoes. And before she didn't like potatoes, but she does now. Okay, but see, if I can get a kid to eat asparagus. Okay, Doug is on. I'll have to go over to Doug in a few minutes, or after I'm done here. Okay, but the other thing I was saying, like, guys, you men, do not be afraid to go to Bath and Body Works. Never be afraid to go there. They have men's products, and trust me, they have electronic coupons. There was a Marine in there yesterday shopping for himself and his wife, an older gentleman. Thought that was cool. Yeah, I don't have a very bad connection. YouTube is trying it again. Yeah, anyway, I don't have a very bad connection. This smells very, very nice. Very nice. They changed the formula on it again, but it smells even better this year than it did last year. Sometimes I'll put it on my hands and then go like this if I feel like my face has felt grungy during the day. And I'll just go like that. Freshens the face, trust me. And it makes your hands so soft. It's just very soft. It smells so pretty. It smells so pretty. It is the Forever Pink. But now they do have the men's scented hand sanitizers. I'll let you know that. But still, thinking about your health. And like I said, this is the face mask I cannot use because it has tea in it. Now, there are some teas to drink that are actually healthy. Like paleo wood tea. Now, I would have to explain to you guys how to make it so that you don't incorrectly make it. You actually have to get the stick of wood, grate it down, and I'll just have to explain that to you guys another time. Because nobody's here. My moderators left. So this is the mask that I cannot keep, which is the papaya with tea extract. And if I had known that this had tea in it, I would not have bought it. So I have to figure out what to do with this one. Do I would just want to find somebody local that can use it and give me a review? Because I was supposed to do a collaboration. I don't know. Or do I want to do a giveaway? You guys can let me know. Because then, I don't know, I don't have a P.O. box anymore. I don't have a P.O. box. Where's the other one? Oh, here it is. I was going to say, I know I bought 4. Now, these are 2 for $5. Now, Bath and Body Works, 2 for $5. Now, these are normally $4.96 each. Now, I bought these 2 for $5. So $10 for 4. Yay, right? So this is, hey Mary, how are you doing? At least I got a viewer back, right? And thank you for 9 thumbs up now. Well, I could always clue you in on everything, catch up to speed here is before everybody else left. We were talking about health. Actually, I feel a lot better. Thank you. I can catch up to speed on what the whole health talk was, and yesterday's thing was, let's see, yesterday's thing too about these, and then the one that I can't use because there's tea in this and I can't put that on my skin because it'll go and burn. Yeah, the health talk was basically about, okay, like myself, I have thyroid disorder, I have fibromyalgia, I have epilepsy, I'm missing part of my lower spine. I have another creator on here that has thyroid disorder. I really had to like question his doctor because his doctor didn't even put him on Synthroid. Huh? I'm on Synthroid. But I had to like question it, like, dude, why did your doctor put you on Synthroid? Huh? Right? Which the generic name for that is levothyroxine. I believe he was misdiagnosed with something else, I mean, not the thyroid disorder, but, something, mentally, because the thyroid actually controls your emotions. And it really does, because it controls everything in your body, because the thyroid is actually the thermostat to the body, and I will let you know that. It controls your brain, controls your pituitary gland, which is, right in front of your brain. Otherwise known as the third eye, but because it's like right in the area in front of the brain. A lot of people said, no, it's lower. No, it's actually located right here. It's right, I'm not Illuminati or Freemason, okay? It's right here in that little section here. Right in the triangular section before the T-zone. Like we have the T-zone here, and it's located here. Okay, enough of that. But anyway, so I was telling people, okay, so like a lot of things, like, okay, it's caused me to have fibromyalgia, which, you know, of course, makes your joints, and yeah, I also have arthritis. But fibromyalgia makes your muscles and joints really achy. But I get up and I still move around. I'm not going to let it stop me. I used to be in a wheelchair for 5 years. I've been at it for almost 9, but I'm still not going to let it stop me. I have too much of a life to live. Yay, right? Life to live, and I'm not going to let things stop me. And so, you know, it's like I'm doing health talk to really help people out. Also, when people have allergies, thank you. Also, when people have allergies, now, if you're feeling sick, go ahead and later, you know, when you want to, look up my healing soup recipe. I don't get sick because of my healing soup. That is good knowledge for you to know. You'll never get sick when you have healing soup. Trust me. Dr. Shars in the house. I'm not a doctor, but no, really, I never get sick when I have my healing soup. When everybody out there is having a cold or the flu, I'm not the one getting sick. Thank you. Thank you for the 9 thumbs up. I really appreciate it. I really try to keep like my channel upbeat, a little comical sometimes. I think really that's what helps to keep a lot of the channels, you know, flowing and going, and, you know, keep people here, keep you like drawn back, you know what I mean? You need to be serious. Sometimes you need to be, you know, a little more open about things. But you know, with everything that I have wrong with me, oh yeah, yeah, and that would help, you know. It's the simple fact of what goes in order in the ingredients. When you put those ingredients in that order, that is exactly what counts when you're cooking. It's how you put the food in that specific order. It's not only that specific order for helping to build your immune system, but it's that specific order for how the flavor is for the food. Now, I know this personally because if I didn't like my own cooking, I wouldn't cook anymore. Plain and simple. But I've been told, why don't I open a restaurant with the way I cook? Because I've been told by several people the way I cook is 5-star restaurant quality. I don't cook with salt because I was born with 2 hearts. But you would never know the difference with the quality of the food. You would never know the difference with the quality of the food. But the food is so, and I use this word, fantabulous. You would enjoy it no matter what. Just the broth off of the healing soup. If you're just like, okay, I need to taste this broth, and you put it in a little cup and you just start drinking it, your throat is going to instantly thank you for it. And then so will your intestines. They'll be like, oh, I'm starting to feel better. So when other people are out there getting sick, I'm like, oh, nope, time to make my healing soup. Which actually, you know, the video is there. You don't have to use the same meat that I used. If you're vegan or vegetarian, you don't have to put meat in it at all. I mean, I'm a meat eater. I'm a carnivore. But like I was saying, like people with plaque psoriasis shouldn't be eating wheat products. Ooh, people with eczema shouldn't be eating wheat products. I myself have a wheat allergy, so I stay away from anything that has wheat, period. Anything that has wheat. See? So I'll catch up on this part too. So, I know a person that has, or had, and I should put this in past tense again, had plaque psoriasis so bad that both of her big toenails split right up the middle. This is scary. Her nails were horrible. She had the patchy face, and her scalp was so cracked she couldn't go to her hairdresser because her scalp was in the cracked areas were bloody. Now, I know you're looking at those too. Well, I'll tell you all about that in a moment. Because these are from Bath and Body Works, and a lot of people don't know Bath and Body Works sells face masks. I have to be a little goofy there for a moment. But I got the woman with plaque psoriasis to stop eating wheat. She didn't realize she had a wheat allergy. If you get people with plaque psoriasis to stop eating wheat product, boom, that's your solution. But the doctor isn't going to tell you that. That's your solution. If you have a person with eczema, stop the wheat products. You can give them corn products, but do not give them wheat. The wheat products, let's say, for instance, with the people with the plaque psoriasis, can later cause them to have other internal problems because their intestines are seriously inflamed. And my one friend, she went to the doctor. When she stopped with wheat products, she changed her diet. Actually, she changed her diet to my diet. Her eyes, she has a problem seeing. Her vision is literally changing. It's clearing up. Her vision is clearing up. So she went from a very strong lens to one that's not so harsh. Hey, Libby. How are you doing? So, anyway, and thank you for the 10 thumbs up. I really appreciate you guys. Trust me. So, when she stopped with it and her vision started to clear up, and the patchiness on her skin went away, her toenails cleared up, her scalp cleared up, and now she's able to go back to her hairdresser. Not good. All my kids are ill. Okay, healing soup. My healing soup recipe. Please reference that. That's what I'm saying. I'm not. Everybody out there is sick. Why? Do you have the flu? I hope you're okay. I hope all of you are okay, but is it the flu? You guys won't be sick after you eat that healing soup. You have to make it. Please, please, please make it. Just look it up on Charlene's Native American Kitchen. I am Native American. Just look it up under Charlene's Native American Kitchen. And just look up the healing soup. You'll find it. Yeah, I mean, but yeah, it's like if you didn't know that you had allergies to food. His eldest daughter has the flu. Got 10 to 9. My eldest daughter got the flu. My youngest daughter also. Oh. See, I feel sorry for you guys. It's just like, I mean, it's like I have my thyroid problem, and then I have my epilepsy, and then I have my fibromyalgia, and then I have arthritis, and then, you know, I'm kind of a mess. And then I'm missing part of my lower spine, but I'm lucky I can walk. I used to be in that wheelchair for 5 years, and now I've been out of it for almost 10. I hate to constantly, I have to repeat that though. But you know, I changed my diet. I used to be almost 260 pounds at one point in my life, and I've lost so much weight. It's like incredible. But you know, it's like I try to take care of my thyroid health as much as possible because, you know, I also have the fibromyalgia, but that's caused from my thyroid. And I was borderline diabetic for a while, but that cleared up. But that was caused by my thyroid. And my thyroid is a little bit swollen the last couple of weeks, but that's going to clear up soon. It will, because I'm re-regulating, you know, like get up in the morning, make sure you take your medication before you eat, because then you have to wait 30 minutes, eat, but then 30 minutes like after I take that and then I eat, then I have to take my epilepsy medication, which is 2 different medications, and then yeah. Oh. Well, have him look up the healing soup, or you look it up and say, here, sweetie, can you make this? But yeah. But the other thing is, you know, I was talking about, you know, autoimmune disorders. Like a lot of people, you know, don't understand that the thyroid is the thermostat to the body. It can affect your vision. It can affect your heart. It can affect your liver, your kidneys, your pancreas. It can affect a lot of things in your body, and a lot of people don't know this. It can also affect your taste buds. It does affect your taste buds. It affects the way you think. One day or one moment you could be thinking perfectly logical. Okay, see, like I was saying, you know, it's like I have one friend that had plaque psoriasis and another one with eczema, but both of them stopped eating wheat products and it all cleared up. It all cleared up. No more bread, no more anything made out of wheat, and then it cleared up. Maybe you should try that. See if it works. See if it works. She may not like it though. Like, no, I can't have bread. Like, maybe you should try something with like corn. Instead of anything with wheat, and see how her skin goes. Yeah. But, you know, yeah, I suppose it would, because its skin gets so dry. skin gets so dry. And there's another YouTube creator that he says his eczema just like inflames during the winter on his hands. I mean, he said he had it really bad on his arms, and you could see the difference in his skin. And I watched his live the other day, where he showed where the difference in the pigmentation on his arm. Why don't they remove? Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Why don't they remove tonsils anymore? Depends on your doctor. Depends on your doctor. That I can say. Depends on your doctor. And also your age. I still have my tonsils. And I also still have my appendix. Let's see. Oh, see, you're not too old to get your tonsils out. Please. I'm 44. You're not too old to get your tonsils out. I mean, tonsils can grow back. If they don't take it all out, your tonsil can grow back. So if you have tonsillitis, yeah, you need a second opinion. I would seriously get a second opinion. Because if you have that bad of tonsillitis, get a second opinion. Meanwhile, have your husband make that healing soup, because the broth alone will calm it down. Trust me on this. I've had a sore throat many times, and the balsamic vinegar in it, I know you're going to think gross, but no, really, the balsamic vinegar in it will actually calm down the sore throat. Really. Well, then I'm almost old enough to be your mother. You're about the same age as my oldest son. He's a Marine, but bless him for serving. He actually took my place because my spinal injury is because I was a recruit for the Army National Guard Armored Tank Division in 2002 until I received a spinal injury and couldn't go to boot camp. So one day my son calls me up and says, "Mom, can I be a Marine?" And I'm like, "Yes, you can." I would be so happy. I was so proud of him that day. But yeah. Yep, I was very proud of him that day. But yeah, I mean, I think he doesn't let me see my grandkids, which is very sad. So I'm trying to think how old my oldest grandson is, which I won't say their names. How old my other I don't get to see my grandkids, which is very sad. If I did, that would be nice. Or if they would let me talk to them, that would be nice. But maybe someday. Makes me sad to talk about it. So we're going to change the subject about that. I don't have low battery. This is YouTube and they're acting up again. The low battery. I have had my battery on the charger the whole time. So I know I do not have a low battery. And my phone is plugged in. Yeah, it is sad that I don't get to see my grandkids, but we're changing the subject on that because it makes me very sad. So, the other thing about health is take care of your skin. Now, Bath and Body Works, and a lot of people didn't know this, and I had seen this because I get the electronic coupons in my email. They have the sheet mask. A lot of people do the sheet mask. This is If You Shay So, which is a funny name for a sheet mask. If You Shay So. Has shea butter in it. I don't use the Aveeno for a reason. It has something in it that I can't have. Like there's some things that have like zinc in it that I can't have, and there's some things that have other things in it that I can't have because like lanolin will literally burn my skin. So yeah, there's things that I stay away from. And this particular sheet mask is Love You Very Much. So this is a super fruit sheet mask, which I think is cool. So these are sheet masks I will be trying out. And this is a see you soon sheet mask. So I'm looking forward to trying these ones out. Now, if I had known that the fourth one, and these are actually 2 for $5 at Bath and Body Works. This is a papaya tea extract. Now, if I had known that this had tea in it, I wouldn't have bought it. The tea will literally burn my skin. So I have to figure out what to do with this one. I don't know. People were saying do a giveaway. I don't know. I'm supposed to have a collab come up, and I did a haul yesterday. I said I would do a giveaway, so hey, I don't have a PO box, so that could be an issue there, because I said if I did a giveaway, I would give these 2 things away, which would be the sheet mask and the Japanese, travel size bottle of Japanese cherry blossom. But I would have to figure out how I would set that up because I don't have a PO box. So yeah, I would have to figure out how to set that up. And the other thing for yesterday's video was the Moonlight Path and the matching. And they changed the bottle for this. I wish they would have kept it matchy with this. I don't know why they changed the label. That was kind of a dumb move. So I got 2 bottles of this soap, which still smells great. And of course, the Magic in the Air. Bath and Body Works is not a sponsor. You're 5'2". Oh my gosh. I am 5'8". 5'8". So you would come up to maybe just measure somewhere on where my tattoo is. Do you think? I don't know. You figure it out. I'm not going to do it. I don't pick on my... No. We just have fun here. This is just the fun channel. So I will actually be testing these out soon. So I really want to try one of these. I'm just trying to figure out which one do I want to try first. Which one do I want to try first? I've really been wanting to try one of these. They're all 5'10", but sisters are 5'3" and 5. Really? So you got the short end of the stick. Sorry. You must get that joke a lot, right? You got the short end of the stick. But you know what, though? It's not so great being tall sometimes. Sometimes when you're tall, it's not so great. Like when things are flying around in the air, all up in the air, things hit you. When you're shorter, it misses you. So you're lucky on that part. Or being shorter, you can fit in smaller spaces. But see, you being able to fit in smaller spaces, you're lucky. So like I said, I'm trying to figure out which one of these I really want to use first. Oh, I don't know. Do you think tomorrow I should try the If You Shea So? It's the shea butter. This is a rich. Let's see. I don't have my readers. I gotta get a new pair. Moisturizing. Yeah, this is supposed to be moisturizing. Let's see. Or cool and refreshing, which is this one. Did you use things like... No. No, I didn't. But, yeah. I've just not used these sheet masks before, so I'm just trying to figure out which one do I want to use tomorrow. And this one's to make you have fruity, vibrant skin. So this one is for cool, refreshing skin. This one is for fruity, vibrant skin. And this one is for rich, moisturizing skin. So it's kind of a hard choice here. Like the weather's kind of dry lately. This might be good for that. Know what I mean, Jelly Bean? That's kind of a weird catchphrase I use sometimes. It's kind of funny though. I said I try to keep my content kind of funny and... What do you think? Should I use this one tomorrow for a video? It's what I could start with the video. So I guess I lost my viewer. So if anybody leaves a comment on which mask they want me to use tomorrow. It's raining where you live. What state are you in? Okay, we have 3 viewers. Do I have any of my moderators back? Oh, you're in the UK. Hey, Mountain Mama. Okay, Mountain Mama. I'll clue you in on something. Tomorrow, I hope you're still here. Tomorrow, and I can't use this sheet mask. I have to figure out what to do with this one. You'll have to excuse yelling in the background during this video. Sorry, guys. Anyway, I can't use this sheet mask. So, I'm going to have to figure out what to do with it. Hold on. So there's going to be a choice between me either using this one, which is cool and refreshing.
It's so cool.
This one is, well, let me go back to telling you what this one. This is See You Soon. These are all Bath and Body Works. Hey, bae. That's kind of cool to say. Hey, bae. Everybody say hey to bae. Bae's cool people. And then there's Love You Very Much, which is a fruity, vibrant sheet mask. And then there is the If You Say So, which is a rich moisturizing mask. Now, I have to figure out what to do with this one because it has tea in it and I can't use the tea. I can't have the tea on my skin because it will burn. So these are literally 2 for $5 right now at Bath and Body Works. So I didn't have to pay that much for these, but some people are saying do a giveaway. I don't know. I don't have a P.O. box. So if I did, this would go with it. I don't know. So we'll see what happens with that because I don't have a P.O. box. I mean, I could just send it and not label it with the return address. But let me know out of those 3 sheet masks if you want me to do one of them tomorrow, which one you would like to see me do, except for the one with the tea, which I can't do. But I was thinking about the one with the shea butter in it because, you know, the weather is all like weird and it's really like drying to the skin. So yeah, I've been thinking about that. Also, even if I did, oh my gosh, they're shutting me off. Be back, guys. Well, I'm back. Glad somebody stayed. Moisturizing would probably be the best. Yes, I believe so. YouTube cut me off. Go figure, right? But I'm back. Yay. Yay. So yeah, I will try the shea one. The one that says, if you shea so. Oh, I grabbed the wrong one out of there. The If You Say So, which I think is such a cool, catchy name. My lips are not in synchronization with what I'm saying. That's YouTube for you. I think it is back now. Jeez, being synchronized. But tomorrow I will use the If You Say So for moisturizing my skin. Like I said, the only one I won't be able to use is the one with the tea in it. I always pick up a hand sanitizer when I'm there, but Forever Pink smells better this year. Oh my gosh, it's great. Trust me, it's great. So yeah, so after this loads, if you want to go back and just rewatch it, because there's a lot that I talked about, and if I repeat it, I just sound like a broken record. Yeah, I would sound like a broken record if I just repeated it. So yeah, so I will be back on tomorrow to do that. And possibly even a piece of artwork. We'll see about that. So you guys stay happy, stay healthy, stay positive, and as always, stay blessed. And I will see you guys tomorrow right here. Bye. Love you.